Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Busted Cars Garage. Today, we're going to be working on these two Honda Del Sols we got here. This 95 is my wife's car that got wrecked a few months ago. It's got some nice seats in it, and the interior pieces are in better condition than the ones in my black Del Sol that we'll show you here in a second. So that's what we're doing today, trying to get rid of another car and move on to the builds we want to pursue this year. Alright guys, well we got the black one started just now. It's got a computer issue, so it doesn't like to start for a while. You got to leave the ignition on for anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes before the thing will start up. But we got it started, so we'll be able to get it moved over to the garage and start ripping into this thing. Just gonna wait a few minutes here, let this thing warm up. It's about 25 degrees outside, so you definitely want to give it a minute before we start moving it down the road. It's also not been started in, I don't know, probably 2 months at this point. So definitely want to let the oil recirculate and kind of get this thing warmed up. Gonna do a little walk around to the car here. This is a 95 Del Sol that I got about 2 years ago from North Carolina. So it's basically rust free. Pardon the mismatching wheels. I do have a full set of brand new wheels and Firehawk Indy 500 tires for it that we're gonna be driving on next summer. This is just a summer car. We don't drive it in the winter because we don't want it to start rusting. I mean, as you can see here, it doesn't have any rust on it, which is very unusual for these cars. That's why we drove down to North Carolina to pick this thing up. So the body's in beautiful condition. It does have some clear coat issues, as you can see, so we will be wanting to repaint this car at some point. So this car has a engine in it from an Integra GSR. I was told it was from a 98. I put this motor in a couple years ago, and it's been a fun car to drive. It does need some work, and we're going to be working out the kinks with it here over the next couple months and try to get back on the road this summer so we can enjoy it. As it sits right now, it's got BC coilovers on it, Integra GSR motor, and aftermarket exhaust, which we'll probably be wanting to either do some work to or replace, because it is pretty loud right now. It sounds kind of ricey, and I'm not about that life. So yeah, this thing should be a pretty mean little street car once we've got a few things taken care of on it. I do have a Jackson Racing supercharger that I may install in the future sometime. Definitely would have to go through the motor first before doing that. Just want to give you guys a quick look under the hood here. GSR motor, DC sport header, cold air intake, wider, probably eBay radiator. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the noise of that intake. It's pretty loud. Yeah, she runs really well. Haven't really had any issues with this motor. Just the computer and starters going out. But those are all issues we're going to be taking care of here before summer. Get all the bugs worked out. Alright guys, so our first order of business here is we're going to remove these black and chrome wheels from the Del Sol. I had these wheels on this car just to test what size tire and rim would make the speedometer the most accurate. I'm actually going to be putting these wheels on my 93 hatch project, so more on that later. Alright, so my black Del Sol had these original Honda seats in it that are not as good quality as the ones in my wife's Del Sol. So we're going to be taking these out. We already got the passenger one out, it's over there. Alright guys, at this point I've gotten the interior pieces out of both Del Sols that I needed to take out. Kira and I sorted through all the parts and picked out the best parts to put into the black Del Sol. Most of the good parts were from Kira's red Del Sol here. Her interior was just in better shape overall. So I'm definitely glad to have those parts for the black Del Sol that we're keeping. I also replaced the roof seals, swapped those between the two cars. As you can see, these were originally on the black Del Sol. And I swapped these over today. They definitely weren't in very good shape. A lot of deterioration in the rubber here. As you can see on the other side here, we've got definitely a lot of deterioration, old age causing these to fall apart. And the ones that were originally on this car were in much better condition. We had issues with the black Del Sol leaking, so definitely going to be happy to have the red Del Sol seals in that car going forward. I'll probably make a video on putting those on a little later. Definitely want to take my time doing that. I put these on a little quicker just because I need to get this car sold, but definitely want to take my time putting the seals on the black car, get some sealer behind them, try to avoid leaks wherever possible. So yeah, gonna go ahead and reassemble this interior for the red car, and we're gonna get this thing posted and try to get rid of one more car. Be on our way to future builds this year. This car is definitely fixable. It would just need another engine, all the front end pieces. I'm hoping I can just sell it as a whole, because I just prefer not to take all the time to part it out. I just want it gone. Could probably get more money if I parted it out, but we'll just kind of have to see what kind of offers I get and go from there. Still have a couple other parts that I need to swap out on it. I want to compare some stuff like the glove boxes. Some of these switches in here aren't looking so good on mine, so if Kira's look better, I'm going to go ahead and swap those out. I know one of my tail lights looks like it has some cracking in it or something like that, so I may just take the tail lights from this car. Basically trying to take any good parts from this car that I can while we have them. It's better than paying more to replace something later. And since I have them, I might as well use them since I'm selling or parting out this car. Thanks for watching another episode of Busted Cars Garage. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.